Why is that not looped around? Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's weird. That's really strange. Oh, welcome to Painting Up the Monster Man, episode 68. I've just had a message from someone saying, are you doing a 2-minute silence? And I'm like, the intro video should be on. There's no silence on today. Hi. Apparently, the loop button on StreamYard wasn't looped. Well, there you go. Hi, Dak. Hi, Geeky. How you doing? And hey, Richard. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's very funny. Like I said to Richard, I'm going to put the intro video on, and then at 12 we'll go live. And I went to the toilet, so I'm very glad that the toilet's not in this room. Well, that's how you start a show, by not being there whatsoever. But we are today, Richard, jumping into episode 68, which is the AXE BEAKS, which I know came out as a monster in 5e during, I think, maybe Tomb of Annihilation and Rime of the Frost Maiden. However, they weren't in the original Monster Manual, so we've got another D&D 2024 monster that we're doing, and we have these two. We're going to do two minis today.
Two.
We've got the giant AXE Beak and we've got the regular AXE Beak. So these are both from Warrior Prince 3D.
So the large one is from Loot Studios as well, and I just quickly panicking, trying to log back into my MMF to find where the other one's from.
Well, is it written on the bottom? No, it is not. But Richard, why don't you tell us who you are and where people can find you?
I am Richard. I am Warrior Prince 3D. I am your one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs, from anything tabletop to collectibles to statues to cosplay pieces to pretty much anything I can fit on the printer that you fancy. You know, anything in general. We can be found Instagram, Etsy, Facebook over here with Dragonborn Industries. Drop us an email, admin@warriorprince3d.co.uk for any sort of queries, quotes, or general information. But I'll reply on any pretty much platform because my phone is usually glued to me in some sort of capacity.
Yeah, mine too. Although saying that we're going to do the things today, I realised that half my stuff still isn't in the room. But please go check out Warrior Prince 3D and all of the amazing stuff that Richard does, especially for this channel. He does an absolute ton of work for us, and I am always ever grateful to have Warrior Prince 3D, be it for painting the Monster Manual or be it for Starfinder, Bloodpunk. It's all fucking awesome stuff, and you all need to go check him out. So, otherwise, how are you, Richard?
Other than that, I'm good. I've been playing around with a bit of clear resin lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I did this from a little bust from Loot Studios that I'm going to have a bit of fun with at some point.
Okay, are you allowed to say anything, or is this a complete secret?
No. This is all good. It's literally okay. So I was testing out a couple of bits and pieces with the resin, printing off some bits and pieces. I've got a shadow dragon, to try and have a bit of fun with, and I printed this as just a little extra, just to see how the clear resin sort of goes, basically.
How did you find it with clear resin, layer lines, and transparency?
So the layer lines are no worry. The only issue is I want to try and get hold of some of the high clear resin, because no matter what, you get a bit of yellowing.
Yeah.
And considering I printed these at a shorter time than the resin itself recommends.
You could try a hydrogen peroxide, which is like a purple hair wash, which I used to dye my hair silver every now and again when I bleached it. That could take the yellow straight out of it. I'm going to be trying that on some resin at some point soon as well. It takes the yellow out.
Let me know how that goes. And yeah, but the idea is to basically see what it will do. Cause I'm going to be airbrushing on some purple inks and contrasts to get the sort of cool translucent sort of shadow look for a shadow dragon.
That's very cool. And hey, chat, how you doing? Hey, Debs. Sorry, I'm late. I was doing my two mini min silence. So were we. Don't worry. we quite literally started the stream early without realizing we were live, and neither of us were at the computer. So you haven't missed much. But how is everybody doing out there today? Obviously, we have the AXE BEAKS. We have the regular AXE BEAK, which is a CR1/4 creature. It is a large monstrosity, not a beast. And then the giant AXE Beak, which is a huge monstrosity, which is a CR5. These creatures are flightless birds with distinctive axe-shaped beaks. Swift predators, they chase down prey and use their beaks to hack through foliage, protecting their quarry. Axe beaks live in varied environments. Colourful plumed axe beaks race across tropical plains, while axe beaks with snowy feathers hunt in the tundra. And I mentioned this earlier, that I think these came out in 5e with the Tomb of Annihilation, where you'll see the more brightly plumed ones, and then Rime of the Frost Maiden, where we saw them in those like snowy colours. And I believe you can get like axe beaks to pull sledges in that particular module book. Otherwise, they are a bird of prey. Realistically, when we look at the big three, we've got an AC of 11 on the AXE Beak, which is natural, HP of 19 or 3d10 plus 3, so a max of 33, speed of 50. So like an ostrich, these things are fast. As for attack, it's 1d8 plus 2 slashing damage. So I think for a CR1/4, that's quite high, which I think for 19 HP and 11 AC, that's quite low. So 1d8 plus 2, you could almost completely wipe out a wizard and get rid of death saving throws with that. That's wild. If you land a crit, they're gone.
They're gone, man. They're gone.
Yeah. Whereas the giant AXE Beak, we have an AC of 15, so again low. 84 HP for a CR5, which is 8d12 plus 32, which I'm not going to do that maths right now. And then we've got a multi-attack, so one with its sharpened beak and one with its talon attacks. The beak does 2d12 plus 5 with a plus 8 and a 10-foot reach, and the talons do 2d8 plus 5. I think it's quite a vicious creature for physical attacks. And it's quick as well. So, quite a big creature. But, Richard, do you know how you're going to paint yours up today? Because I'm going to get a timer ready.
I've got no idea at the moment.
No, neither do I. I was going to use metallics.
I've grabbed a couple of turbo ducks, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go snowy tundra with the giant one, and I'm going to use metallics like silvers and then finish it off with a white, and try and use blues underneath and stuff like that. And then for this one, I'm going to try and go those bright colours, and I might try and do like strips of colour like are in the actual monster manual. And although now that we're trying to use StreamYard, you can't see the creature. I'll bring it up. That's the actual creature for the bright plumage and the tundras. I think I might try and do that, but with metallics. And the other one's going to be white. Otherwise, I'm really down the street, but mostly okay now. Oh, Dak, I'm so sorry to hear that. Just noticed that I was about to read out yours there, Richard. Oh, it's Richard. But we've got 1 hour. Go. Otherwise, so where would you try and implement a creature like this, Richard?
I think these would be fun as like excuse me, a random encounter, or something like across the plains sort of encounter, pack of.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I reckon that'd be quite fun.
So like one of the, it's essentially a travel encounter. Do you think that these would be a tricky beast, or do you think that they are?
I think these could probably play out to be one of those what we call, toss of the dice sort of thing. If you get good rolls as a DM, you could fuck some people up with these.
I think so too, I think that they really are surprisingly deadly. I think they're one of those things that you're probably like, it's a fucking chicken, and then land a crit.
That's it, or two in a row, land a couple of good hits.
Yeah.
If they happen to have advantage, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the danger of these birds. So I'm going to take a metallic red, and I'm going to start by trying to dry brush over black, which isn't the best, but it's my starting point. How are you going to start?
I'm literally just going to chuck some Turbo Doctor and airbrush and see what happens.
Going airbrush today?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like that in the picture they have this like grey-blue tone to their legs, and I know I'm going to use Thunderous Blue from the Army Painter for that and dry brush that over the black, but right now I just want those strips of red on the smaller one. And then I'm going to come in with the yellows and the greens. And then I'll sort the details out afterwards. I think for me, it's probably the same thing. It's going to be like an encounter on the road, or something that I really liked, the idea of when I first read Rime of the Frost Maiden, was having them as essentially chocobos and racing them and having like people potentially ride them, because in Rime of the Frost Maiden you can ride them and you can have them as part of the party. And I liked the idea of having these bird companions instead of things like horses or wolves and like the standard things that you get, but also they are prey to things like dire wolves, so that could be another level of encounter where they attract other predators.
Yeah, and bring in some nasties as well.
Yeah, exactly that. So I think that they'd be quite a fun creature to play with as both a party companion and as a monster. If it's a jungle scene, you could like happen across a nest of them, and maybe there's, you know, something that's like just by chance happens to be in that sort of nesting area that they've come around, and that could be quite fun. Okay, so
I really like the idea as well of having, you know, like you said, having a bit of fun with a chocobo sort of situation.
Yeah, 100%. I think that would be incredible. It's I think the idea of them racing and stuff like that kind of does it for me. And like, especially with like, if anybody knows like the lore of 10 Towns with Icewind Dale, obviously it's like it's past the spine of the world, which is this like massive mountainous range, and above it is just glaciers and frost. It's the north, like beyond the wall, kind of Game of Thrones style. Not that Game of Thrones came first. I mean, this obviously it's been around a long, long time. However, it's very much this northern tundra. And like, what else are you going to do apart from use what's there to keep you entertained? And during Rime of the Frost Maiden, Auriel's aura, so this demigod who has banished themselves to the tundra, puts basically a constant perpetual storm around Icewind Dale, and there's even less shit to do.
Have you need some bloody fun?
Have you read through Icewind Dale?
I have not. I don't play books.
See, I don't normally. It's the first one though that made me go, I want to play this.
I might have to give things a look. Because the
That's
problem is
right.
where I put so much into my own world, as it were.
Yeah,
it's not a thing I usually think outside of.
It took me a long time to realise that I didn't have to stick to the lore of the books as well. I was like, oh no, it's not written in, I don't know. Whereas like a homebrew world, you can sort of like, if you don't have something, you can make it up on the fly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to use a shifter for the secondary colour, and I might have gone too far. But it's like a red to gold, and I've put way too much on, but I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to dry brush a gold metallic over that yellow before we go to the green. But I like the idea of this bird glistening. So what's everybody up to out there? Are you guys having a good day? I assume, Dibs, you're painting. Geeky, I imagine you're at work. Jack, have you got a game later today? Have you guys used AXE BEAKS in your campaigns? So do you ever use things like predatory birds and stuff like that in yours, Richard?
I've never used anything. I've used griffins, stuff like that. But, with the obviously the AXEBEAKS have only been a newer thing as well, so I am contemplating where something could be used like that, and even setting up for a more interesting sort of kick around with a few other things.
Like what?
Undead AXEBEAKS.
So, I really like the cockatrice for stuff like that, because that's like an undead monstrosity.
Yeah.
And I imagine that would be quite fun to go between them, like make it like a variation of the AXEBEAK and give it like that massive axed bill.
Have a bit of fun that way.
Yeah, that could be quite good. Right. I'm trying to get a level of green on there as well. So that is the base colours.
Oh, fucking hell, that's sweet.
It's a start. Once that's fully dry, I'll dry brush over it with some solid colours. And hopefully really bring in that like tropical kind of look.
I've just gone with some airbrush and turbo dork. I'm not really feeling it.
Oh, really?
Nah.
So I'm going to grab... I'm going to grab Cobalt Metal, which is a bluey grey, silver metallic.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to base coat the other one in that. And then I'm going to go to silver and then white, hopefully. We'll see how that works. But these ones today, I was like, you know what? Let's go metallics. Let's try something different. So what else has Warrior Prince 3D been up to recently?
So I've been doing a couple of little side projects that I will hopefully be able to talk about soon.
Oh, yeah?
Mainly because I need to find out if I'm allowed to talk about certain things.
Oh.
But one thing I also have been doing this week, so I've been doing a little project for Steph from DRAGONBORN Industries. For Gals and Pals, go and check them out. I believe they are having an event very soon.
They are indeed.
And I have been printing this.
It's so big, it's ridiculous. So Gals and Pals, obviously, is Steph's little baby. That they are a female and femme-presenting D&D/TTRPG group based out of here in Cornwall. They have actually just set up a Twitch. I believe they're going to stream some stuff soon. So check out Gals and Pals. Gals, GALSNDPALS. If it's on YouTube, I will stick a link in the description below. Go support Steph and hopefully start getting their channel up and running. I don't know when they're going to start streaming, but they are. But they do have an event. The event is in support of, and I can't remember the charity. It's like Women's Aid, but it's to do with sheltering women and victims of domestic abuse. And it's a great cause, and they're doing something recently as well. And Richard has provided that statue. I'm providing a dice for their raffle. And yeah, they're just doing incredible work at the moment, so please go check them out. And also, Steph is a member of the channel. If you don't know, she is TJ Squeakerson from our Skullfinder campaign and Marionette from our Bloodpunk campaign. Dibs has sent me through some pictures. Let's have a quick look there. Oh, Dibs says, yeah, I'm painting, how did you guess? Haha, just finished 1990s Ogrim for a mate. Now working on something I got from Richard. Saying, shame we can't put pics up in here. The Ogrim is awesome. Oh, yeah, send him on Instagram. Yeah, it's that's the sad thing about Twitch. But if you end up putting them on Instagram, you can drop the link in our chat. Very, very happy for you to do so. I like the camo that you did on the trousers, Dibs. That's cool. That like urban style. Very, very cool. Right. So I've now got the cobalt all over the what's going to be the white one, but I need to go in and do that base as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Thunderous Blue. I'm going to try and do the base of the legs and the entire base as a dry brush of that to try and give it like an icy, rocky theme.
Oh yeah.
Have you decided which way you're going yet?
No, fuck knows. I'm just
Slicking paint and hoping for the best.
I'm slinging and going for broke at the moment.
Just step all that into there. Right. Going to do the same on this one's legs. Going to bring that blue back in because that's what's in the D&D 2024 Monster Manual picture. Right. Then I'll probably get a slightly lighter blue, crystal blue, and go from there. So, Dragon Skull, welcome to the show. We're doing the Axe Beaks. We're trying to do 2 of them today. Oh, I didn't shake that up enough. How are you, bud? I've got the smaller Axe Beak, which I'm doing in the tropical colours. Start with some metallics, then I'm going to bring up the other colour over the top of it. And then I'm doing the giant one as one of the tundra ones, where I'm starting with a cobalt metallic, and then I'm going to try and bring it up through some blues into whites.
You mean like frost tundra?
Say again?
You aiming for like a frost tundra thing?
Maybe.
Or
maybe. Which way are you going? Have you decided?
no, I'm going for sort of I was trying for rainbow metallics on this big one. I might even do like a frosty white blue one on the small one.
Nice.
To be honest, I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm doing.
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Just sling some paint and hope for the best.
That's it. Can't find my bloody greys at the moment, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they usually
So well organised.
Usually.
So add some brighter blue just to some heightened areas, and then I'm going to come up with a brighter blue metallic as well. See, this is what I love about like the detail of these particular kind of prints from you, like with feathers. It's so easy to dry brush them.
Yeah.
Craig says, I'm good. How are you two? Richard, do you want to field that question?
Yeah, mate.
Am I?
How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. Tired as always, but not in a bad way or anything. Just tired. I was up quite late last night, smashing out Andor. Which, oh, Craig, I've also done Tales of the Underworld as well. So that's probably a Saturday talking point.
Well, we started watching Last of Us last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's made me think about playing the game.
So that's a game I've never played, so I haven't watched the show.
Well, that's why it's taken me so long to watch the show, because I've never played the game.
How is it?
First episode, pretty good. Bit of bit of heartbreak, bit of turmoil, bit of zombie motherfuckers.
Is it like every other?
So far, I would say it's hard to tell. I'm going to give it to episode 3 and see what's what.
Okay. So I'm actually using Desert Yellow for the beak to begin with. Right. Jump into that one just there.
I hate painting feathers.
Hate painting feathers, really?
Yeah.
How come?
It's just fucking annoying.
Well, you know, they say birds are like dinosaurs. They come from them, so maybe that's what the vibe is.
You know what? It's trying to do that. It's trying to think of how to get this model to work with that red, yellow, green, black, and
That image.
that image.
Well, it's interesting because there's still a lot of black between it.
Let's see what we can do.
And obviously, I've gone a completely different way. I've just covered the thing. Still. Mine literally looks like it's going to be on a box of cereal at the moment.
I keep wanting to call Roos cornflake.
Yeah. Yeah, he's funny. Right, so now I need a silver. Where's my plate metal? Ooh. Where is my plate metal? What have you done with it, Richard?
Sorry, mate. I had to move it for me cup of tea.
Oh God, now I really want a cup of tea.
Yeah, so do I.
The thing is, I had one like just before the stream, which is why I had to run off and go to the toilet, and why the stream started with 2 minutes with us just not here.
As you do.
How have I lost my silver? What?
How have you done that?
I wonder if I've taken it down to the house, but I doubt it. All right, well, at least I should have another one in here somewhere. Let's go with anthrax metal. No, it's not like the other modern zombie stuff. It's more like killer mushrooms. Plus, Ashley Johnson is in it, and I'm sure Laura Bailey has a cameo. She voiced Abby in the game. Yeah, so I know of it. I know that it's like the cordyceps and the whole like zombie fungus, and that's what creates what's called the clickers. I know of obviously Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson are in it because Ashley Johnson voiced Ellie, and Laura voiced, I think you're right, Abby. And I think that they're in it as, especially Ashley Johnson as her mum, because of that. I think quite a lot of the Crit Roll cast are actually voiced in that game. But then again, a lot of the Crit Roll cast are in a lot of things. They are all of the same. I was going to say, it's kind of like a voice acting troupe, really, now. I wasn't giving spoilers. No. I don't think so. I think I'd learned all of that through osmosis from other people anyway. Okay, so the anthrax might be a little bit too dark. Very much a gunmetal. We're going to have to get brighter. What have we got? Let's go with... Oh, where's my AK range? What am I doing?
I was literally just about to say to you, haven't you got some really nice AK metals?
I do, yeah. Let's use... That's the one. So we've got natural steel, which is like a very cool, slightly blue tinge to it. I'm going to use that as our metallic cover. And then I've got a pearl, which I'm going to throw over the top of that. So, there we go. This one's closer to Necron Compound, I think, in terms of colour, which is what I was after.
In terms of silvertude.
In terms of silvertude. Right. There we go. Especially where we've got the blue on the tips of those wings. I want that in the recesses, and I want that silver to go over the top of it. That way. Hopefully it changes the tonality of things. And throw some silver on the base as well, but not much. Just picking out some highlights. Just to give it a little bit of glisten when we get to throwing in the whites and more blues. I'm going to grab the pearl.
The black pearl.
No, it's a white metallic pearl.
All right, bitch.
Although that should be a colour, surely, right? Like a black metallic with a shifting.
I'd say with a shifting cool sort of spectrum to it, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like a mother of pearl underneath it. Hey, Greg and Meredith.
Please.
You heard it here first, guys. Right. Same again. So which one are you currently working on?
Currently trying to do the little one. I am actually going to go try the multicolours.
Yeah?
Yeah, see what I can do with speed paints.
Ooh. Did you prime black or did you use Zenith?
I Zenith.
Okay. So I went black because I was like, gonna do metallics, and I find metallics work better over black.
Yeah.
Minus the turbo dogs, which tell you use them over these colours, which I'd really like actually. Okay. Now we need. Oh, you know what? Pretty sure I've got a dry brush white. It's called Praxetti or something like that. Yes, Praxetti white.
Taking up turbo dog paints.
The which ones?
Turbo dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. As Bernard would say, about Terra turkeys, fucking beautiful. Yeah, they are Terra turkeys, aren't they? Right. I've got a big dry brush because I'm going to coat this thing in white now. It includes the base. Right. Here we go. Ah, gravity.
Doth maketh me the bitch.
Well, it definitely works over here. I'll have to go back in and re-get the legs in that blue again. And then we need to do the eyes, which have got this like proper yellow bird eye in the pictures.
Oh, sick.
We need to go in now and pick out those details a bit. Oh, well, the other one's still drying. Gravity's a bitch. Always gets me down. Yeah, me too, dude. Right. Ah. On my small dry brush. I'm going to grab that underbrush blue again. Majority of that off.
Oh, that's made it hot.
What's that?
I've done the airbrushing, and now I'm dry brushing over a bit of ice to never.
Oh, nice.
And that's giving me what I was after.
Might join you on that. Put it on like the tips of the tail and stuff. Where are you putting it?
So, because where I airbrushed the colour over, I've gone for the over feathers on the back and the wing. I hate these bloody cameras. For the over plumage.
So you're going for like the tops of the wings and stuff like that, yeah?
Tops of the wings, back of the head and the neck and the back.
Right, I definitely need to mix that up more than that.
Yeah, I've just had to open the pot and mix it.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I shouldn't have to get my teeth on there.
No, can't do it.
Oh my god. I just don't have the nails. There we go. Wow. That was properly on there. All I can taste is acrylic paint now.
Oh, funny that.
Right. Let's try this again. We've still got half an hour, so I think we should be all right. I think this one's a lot of like trial and error.
Oh god, yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong if people want to paint like that. I don't think it's a. You don't need to have a plan for everything.
I have a plan for nothing.
I think I had the idea of the metallics, but that was about it. And this has been a learn as we go process.
I'd say yeah, you're much better with the shift of view with metallics than me.
You say that, my ice to never's not going over fucking anything here. Let's do that over plumage.
I'm chuffed with how that's come out of there.
Nah, mine's not overly done that much over the white. I should have used it over the black. But you live and learn. I think it even says it on the bottle, use over black.
Yep, I've used it over previous colours, so.
But in capital S, must be used over black. Yeah, well, it's gone over white. We'll see what happens now. So, I'm going to grab a little bit of black. fucked up. So you working on anything else at the moment other than the things that you can't tell us about?
I've got some new Pokemon stuff coming out.
Oh yeah?
Should be good fun. And some new anime bits and pieces.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I've merchant license now with a Patreon provider called Nom Nom Figures.
Oh yeah?
And I've got a Jujutsu Kaisen character that's coming along. And I've got a really cool Ghastly Haunter and Gengar diorama.
Oh, nice. That'll be popular.
So yeah, I've basically got to spend a week adminning to get some stuff up onto the Etsy so that it can be seen and get some bits and pieces out on the old socials and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that feeling. Pick up all the stuff I just dropped. No, I think we're pretty quiet in a good way. Like we're busy, but we're like chugging on through the regulars, which I'm really enjoying. And like we've just finished Lightwell Live.
I was just about to say you've just finished Lightwell, haven't you?
Yeah, which is only a 6-episoder. Which, if you're listening to the podcast, is only a 5-episoder because episode 2 didn't record. So that's over now. So there's one less thing to think about, which is actually kind of a blessing. And then it's just a case of I don't have to think about Bloodpunk apart from sorting out the podcast and everything afterwards. Yeah. We're just kind of working on Starfinder, and we just had like a massive. Like the last episode was fucking emotional.
But you know what? I made the mistake because I went and watched the Steph's Warrior Prince bit.
Oh my god! I've still got those in front of me, like right here.
I left it playing, and then all of a sudden I was like, "What? I don't want to hear this." Click.
Yeah. So that happened.
So I was like, right, I've mentally blocked that out now.
Bridget will be adding those pics to her Pokemon Society Discord this evening.
Oh. Sorry, say that again.
Finn will be adding those pics to her Pokemon Society Discord this evening.
Ooh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big episode for us. That was
yeah, so I'm looking forward to that because I'm getting there. Where am I? I am on episode 39.
Nice.
So I reckon by this time next week I'll be there.
So yeah, I'm not going to give anything away on just in case anybody's watching that hasn't caught up or anything like that. But I think episode 38 and 39, they were huge in the campaign. They were absolutely massive, and not just for like size of minis.
Not just the size of minis and character transitions. It's
it was really like, and it was interesting because it was so late in the campaign for what I think a lot of people try and rush into things like that. And I wanted it to be like a natural progression, especially with, because I assume that you're in where everyone's all together.
DCI Pam has just met back up with them. After radioing down, and they're now talking.
Has there been a vision of any kind?
There's been a few.
Okay, one like shared one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was like a big moment for the crew because it gave them that extra purpose and that extra drive, but also
yeah. I'm trying not to say anything in case of spoilers for people.
Yeah. Also bound them together in ways that I don't think they were expecting.
So I am looking forward to the coming episodes.
Yeah, it was. That was one of the peaks for me, like being able to finally do that and reveal some like real history lore and stuff like that.
I love lore drops, and it's that weird thing of being able to appreciate it from a DM's perspective as well.
Yeah.
Thinking, yeah, that's some good lore shit going down.
Yeah. So for me, it was like a long time coming. But even then, there's stuff that's said there that I think comes back up in like episode 60, 70 area. So like we're on 68 now. So like very recently, things from that have come back up. And it's like, oh shit, more answers. And I'm like, yeah, that's been in place since before the campaign started. So for me as a DM, I'm like, or as a GM, I'm like, that's fucking awesome when it happens. Okay. So this bird's kind of just a bright, colourful set of stripes at the moment.
Look at this shit up.
I literally just threw fucking tons of paint over the fucking metallics, and I'm like, oh, that didn't really work. But oh well. I need to separate out the base on that one, and then this one we are kind of matching the base at sort of the point, and then I need to sort out the beak a little bit better.
How are we doing for time?
22 minutes. How are you getting on?
I've just got swapped back to the little one to get some more paint on it, because I'm probably going to have to hair dryer it and then dry brush the whole thing and then reapply speed paints.
Yeah. Lord of Cats, what's up, all? I hope you all are well. We're doing pretty well. We're just bumbling our way through these particular beasts. They are interesting because we didn't plan anything, and we're just like, how's this going to work? Sort of what's kind of going on. How are you, bud? What are you up to today?
I love with the delay, we have to just wait.
Yeah. Okay. Grab some white again for the base of the colourful one. You up to much today, Lord of Cats? All good, just doing DIY stuff and sending rich reels of ladies I wish I was with. I think the last reel I sent out today was of a bird dancing to Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, as you do. I have to explain to my wife now whenever I hear "do it," I can only picture Ian in a big dressing gown with a hoodie robe now saying it.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, that comes up quite a bit. There's a bit in that though that me and Alex both absolutely adore, and it comes up quite a bit. It's in Revenge of the Sith when they're having that lightsaber battle, and it's before they do it. And it's like when Count Dooku and they're fighting, he's just in the chair and he goes like this. Eh! And I just fucking love that little bit. It's so fucking funny. Right. Gravity. I'm gonna grab. This is kill or cure moment. I'm gonna grab some iron and yellow. I'm gonna throw it over that yellow bit in the middle to try and give it some separation.
So instead of using black, I've gone with Tyrian Navy.
Okay.
Like there's some of the separation on the feathers and bits and pieces. I've just gone with a bunch of multicolored fucking shit.
Yeah, I fucked this up.
I fucked this real good.
Yeah, I really did. Now I'm just throwing speed paints on and I'm like, or contrast, and I'm like, fucking work. Yeah, I think I went too flag. I tried to put lines on it that just shouldn't have done. And now I've got to hope that that dries in 17 minutes.
I'll say, well, thankfully, where I was priming this morning, the hair dries in here.
I might grab the airbrush and plug it in and hope for the best. All right. Where's my shit one? There it is. Oh. Right. Oh, no, this one's not got a trigger in it.
Shit.
Fuck's sake, Ian.
I am being lazy, and I'm not painting the underside of the wing on the little one.
Oh, really?
It's too dark, and I can't be bothered to really get the main brush in there.
I tried to stipple underneath it, but it is hard to see under those ones.
Yeah, so I don't think it matters.
You know what? We're using the cable because I can't get the needle out of my old airbrush. Is this how you do it, Ross? I think the ice one's okay. I could have gone a bit whiter on it.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think if I were to redo it, I'd prime it white, use a blue contrast, and then dry brush it.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think this was a try and go for something bright with the tropical one and try and go for something metallic with the white one, and not quite hit good with either.
My sort of range, then.
I mean, still need to fix the beak on that one. That'll have to do for now. There's no fixing that. Right, let's sort out the beak. It's got this, like, I don't know what it's called, like a wattle, maybe, on top of its head. I feel like that's a word that's used with birds.
Yeah. The big one?
Yeah.
It's just fucking weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got like this, it's like a mouth.
I've been trying to sort of work out where the fuck it stops and starts.
Yeah, I've just done the whole front of it.
Yeah, so look, that's what I've just done.
Yeah. I'm trying to make that like at least bright, so it's like almost a point of interest and slightly separated from the rest of the whites and blues that blend in to the base. Yeah. I wonder if. Right, wrong white. Wattle is under the neck, isn't it? On top of the head is the comb. Cool. There you go. I just learned something. Thanks, Dibs.
Was that? I'd say was that Dibs?
Yeah.
Fucking fact of the day.
Hey, I'm up for that. It teaches me something.
Education's always best.
Edu what?
Edu what?
Really trying to get like at least the very top very white, so it's at least stands out a little bit more. I think I've gone about it the wrong way today.
We chose a direction for the journey and it took us around the town.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's okay. I think that the big one is certainly tabletop ready for a tundra. It's not how I want it to look, but it's certainly...
It's got a look.
Yeah, you know. It's at least put downable. Pro acrylic titanium white is absolutely phenomenal. Yes, Uncle Craig will concur. Yes, he has told me about that, and yet I still have not purchased.
Right, we might be able to find some at the show.
At the UK Games Expo, because we are all going to be there. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, I like that.
It's okay. I think... I got lazy with the face. It would certainly do for tabletop. The little tropical one is fucked. I actually hate it.
Ain't that bad?
Yeah, I really do. I'm like, yeah, no, fuck this.
It's another chimera, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. But this time I just went overzealous with the colours.
How long have we got left?
10 minutes.
Who's at my front door? Oh, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I've got to collect a parcel.
That's all right. Yeah, I think for anybody watching this that doesn't know the show, we can paint. This week apparently is one of those ones where we're like, nah, mediocre at best. Pause the timer. No, he doesn't get that. If he's going to choose to open the door, he can crack on and get it. This is going to be amazing anyway, isn't it? His is going to be really good. He's going to go, oh, I'm not really happy with this. He's going to come back and be like, yeah, but also here's one I made earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to blue Peter the fuck out of you.
Please do. Someone's got to do well on this show today.
How long we got left?
9 minutes 26.
Problem is, it's going to be that thing of I've been splitting the time between both. Neither are going to be completely where I want them to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
My fat ass shouldn't run downstairs. Fucking hell.
No, you got to go all the way down to the bottom of the flats.
Yeah, bottom. Well, we're first floor flat. So it's down a steep set of Victorian stairs.
Get anything good?
I think it's like the wife ordered.
Okay. Hopefully it's something for you.
I wish that was true, but it's not.
Oh, that's boring.
I know. Oh, shit.
Right, I think at this point, the kill or cure is grab some red and try and individually paint some of the feathers back in.
Shit, it's not quite dry.
Yeah, I think I should have actually planned this one. I thought it was going to be a nice, easy one.
We were thinking it was going to be pretty easy, weren't we?
Yeah, I thought so, but apparently not.
Apparently you were fucking wrong.
I was completely wrong. You're making time to paint, which is the best thing you could do. Whether you finish or not is inconsequential. I actually agree with you, Dibs. And that's kind of the point of the show, I guess, is that, like, you don't have to be a pro painter. We're not pro painter. Well, I mean, Richard basically is, but, like,
I am not a fucking pro painter.
I'm not a pro painter. I'm not a pro painter. No, and you don't need to be. Just sling some paint, get it tabletop ready. And as long as you think that you're happy with it and you can throw it down.
Everyone else's opinion can fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much. And then stream it and then feel really self-conscious about doing it.
Yeah, and then post pictures afterwards and then beat yourself up all day because, you know.
I don't think I'm going to be posting pictures of this.
I might brave my main one because I really like how the Austin Evers come out. I'll share it with you and you can just post that one. That's what I did with your Chimera. Because I was too embarrassed for mine.
It's a little brighter with the red now, at least. But
see, that looks cool.
Oh, fuck off. No, it doesn't. You can see the thickness of the paint I put on. It is actually a fucking joke.
Have you just swaddled it, have you?
Oh, mate! But we have covered up some of that yellow, which is good. Because the yellow was fucked.
More shit.
I say I'm no pro painter, but Richard says fulfilled if been paid for my work. I'm a pro painter. Yeah, fair enough. You both are. Thank you very much, Dragon Skull. I haven't painted in ages, need to get back into it. Apparently so do I. Yeah, I think I've been painting other things, and the dragon last week with the airbrush was such a pleasure.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I very much... it's interesting how green both mine and Ross's looked on camera. Because I took pictures of mine afterwards and was like, that's fucking... I was worried how much black I'd put back into it. But I'm going to go in and finish the mouth off.
Are we finishing it off on a stream, or...?
I don't necessarily think so, unless... I don't know. I know that we're going to do a 2-hour show again with Ross, but it's going to be just a focusing on airbrushing. So I need to actually... I messaged him earlier, so I'm going to work out the dates this week and liaise with you both and say, right, can we do it here? So I might do on that one, but then I think I'm mostly done with the airbrush on that. I think I now just need to do the inside of the mouth and the base. So I might have to do something else.
Cool. So I mean, I'll crack on finishing my dragon thing because I've got a little bit, only a tiny bit of airbrushing to do if that, and then like you said, it's just dry brushing base and base.
Nice. Well, yours looks fucking incredible.
Thank you. It was yours.
But in all fairness, I'm really pleased with mine. I'm not saying that mine's nap or anything like that. I am actually really, really pleased with mine.
I was fucking chuffed how my wings came out.
Yes. Yeah, really, really, really think they look awesome. So I'm gonna grab. See, I want to paint the little like blades of grass that's on this one, but I want to do it in something that's more tundra-like, or maybe within the blues and the purples. But I'm also like, I think I've only got like Leviathan purple, which is dark as fuck.
Oh, that is dark as fuck.
Yeah. I think you should do intro to airbrush with Ross when I'm home so I can follow along. That'd be really cool, actually. We'll have to do it at like... I think that'll be an evening time one for us here, 'cause it'll be a couple of hours, which means that we don't have to worry about school runs and stuff like that. And I'm also going brush down, by the way. I'm done. They're tabletop, but I'm not happy about it. So I think that the intro to airbrush, this 5 ways to spray and cleaning, I think we're going to do hopefully in an evening time, and then it'll be a case of going, right, you know, show us how to properly set up and use and stuff like that. And that want to be more focused on, especially trying to get you guys involved to ask questions as well, which would be great because you probably think of questions that I don't.
And obviously Ross does do tutoring sessions as well, I believe.
Yes, yeah, he absolutely does. There should be, if you find the Ancient Black Dragon video, I believe there are links that he sent to me that I put into the description that you should be able to go and see where he does those particular intro sessions. You've got 1 minute 30, Richard. I'm just packing away paintbrushes now. I think I need to separate the base out on the Tundra one some more. I should have done it either more white or tried to get something. Oh, actually, I wonder if I've got... It's famous words, isn't it?
Famous last words, then.
That's something. I've got liquid frost. Which I don't know if in 30 seconds is going to do shit. I'm going to put it on a patch of the base and see what happens when it dries. That's your time, buddy. So, Axe Beaks, both regular and giant. Are you tabletop ready within the hour?
No.
No. I think we both picked off minis that we thought, yeah, we'll get those done with dry brushing in an hour, and they turned out not to be. Where do you think it went wrong for you?
Just doing 2 models and not having a fucking clue.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the same. As I thought I had a clue, and it turns out I didn't have a clue. So it was, especially going between the 2 colours.
Yeah. If I just focused on one, I reckon I'd have been tabletop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where my giant axe beak is.
Oh, I do love the metallics though, like that whole blue. That's very much like when we did the coatls.
Yeah. And because I never got the fucking effect right in the coatls, and that I fucking love that.
Yeah.
And I've dry brushed over that one to go back over the colours.
With the speed paints.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's probably the best way to do these is to like layer them up and bring them back in, especially for like that tropical bird needs that colour pop. And although I got colour on there, I went too heavy. I should have done it in the lighter patches like it's on there and tried to make it a bit more concentrated, because I look more like a macaw than anything. But I mean, it'll do for tabletop.
Well, that's it. And what I might do is I might take a snap of these and then put another hour into it, maybe.
Oh,
just
really?
So that it's effectively like an hour a piece then.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. I think they're tabletop enough to fit the environment, but I would apologise when I put them down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's it. 1 hour for 2 beasties. This time we both don't think it was doable. Let's see what's going on in chat. I think I've missed a few things there. Dev's mentioning that he's in knots. Next people. I'm there to join you on hunting down Ian for UK Games Expo. Nice. You won't miss me. I'm going to be covered in Dragonborn industry stuff, and yeah, you probably find me around.
I can hope you can't miss me. I'm a 6'2" fat Viking. So.
I would probably have a white mohawk when we're there, to be honest. Nice. You're going to try and get a lanyard from each member of the Starfinders. Nice. Also, at UK Games Expo, there's a chance that there's going to be some Dragonborn Industries bits and bobs on the Midnight Tower stand, which is pretty cool. They've asked us if we would like to put some stuff on there, so we were like, you know what, let's do it. So go pay a visit to Midnight Tower, and hopefully you'll see some of our stuff there along with their amazing things. Otherwise, we're going to close down the stream. We're going to say thank you very much. We'll be back on Monday for Starfinder. We should be back this Saturday on Dragon Skull Studios for a little paint hangout. I really want to paint up Cassian and K2, and I don't currently have them because I already did my Legion ones, and I'm like, do I go get some Chatterpoint Cassian and K2 because Undor was fucking amazing. But otherwise, thank you very much. May the dice gods be ever in your favor, guys. Take it easy now.